If you're into turntables, you've undoubtedly heard of Rega. They're one of the best turntable manufacturers in the world. What you may not know is that Rega also makes some great electronics as well. Today we'll be reviewing a standalone Phono Preamp from Rega, specifically made to work with moving coil cartridges, the Rega Fono MC. The Rega Fono MC, and that's Phono with an F, not a PH, has the same look as many of Rega's other electronics. It comes in a black aluminum box, smaller widthwise than a standard audio component, featuring a rounded plastic front and a red illuminated Rega logo. Other than the lights, the silver power button is the only thing on the faceplate. The rear panel includes 2 sets of dip switches with instructions, a solid pair of RCA inputs, and a ground connection for non-Rega turntables. If you pop the cover off, you get a better sense of where Rega invested. The build quality is impeccable and every internal component is top-notch. Rega has a higher end and much more expensive Phono preamp called the Aria. It's clear that Rega used some of what they learned during the R&D for the Aria and applied it to the Phono MC. For the RIAA section of the Phono MC, Rega uses a Muses series op-amp. This component is manufactured by a company called New Japan Radio and is used in many ultra high-end audio components around the world. Feature-wise, the Phono MC has just about everything you would reasonably hope for in a $500 Phono preamp. While its adjustability is not quite up to the standards set by our favorite Sutherland audio products, for example, it gives you a lot more than most Phono stages in this category for a fraction of the cost. There are no real standards when it comes to moving coil cartridges. Each designer comes up with what they think performs best, which means they have to have the right load. For instance, if you have a cartridge that wants to see a 400 ohm load and you set the load at 100, it will literally sound like you've thrown a thick blanket over your speakers. It's that much of a difference. By using different combinations of dip switches on the back of the Phono MC, it enables the Rega Fono to work with 90% of all the moving coil cartridges on the market. We do have one small gripe about these dip switches. When you look at the back panel, they're labeled left and right. At first you may think that this means the left and right channels. It's actually referring to the left and right side of the switches. Moving coils also vary in the input. The Phono MC gives you what is basically a high or low gain setting, either 63.5 or 69.5 decibels of gain. In addition, Rega also gives you adjustable capacitance, which is not something you see in a lot of moving coil Phono preamps. We tested the Phono MC with a Rega P6 and a Naya cartridge. To complete the Rega circle, we used an aux input on the Rega Brio integrated amp and a pair of the new ELAC Adante bookshelf speakers. This combination was just stunning. The Phono MC provided plenty of gain for the low output Naya with virtually no background noise. Bass notes reach very deep, the presentation of the mid-range is very smooth, yet you hear all kinds of tiny details in the upper end, a trait you find in most great moving coil cartridges. All in all, if you're considering a Rega Naya cartridge for your turntable, the Phono MC is a perfect match. The Rega Fono MC and the entire line of Rega turntables is available for purchase in our Raleigh and Charlotte, North Carolina showrooms and at audioadvice.com. If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate if you liked it and subscribed to our channel. Thanks for watching.